In 1967, Nigeria descended into chaos. Neighbors turned against neighbors. Children starved in silence, and a nation nearly tore itself apart. By the time it ended, over 3 million people were dead. Yet, outside Africa, almost no one talks about it. This is the story of the Nigeria Civil War. Nigeria gained independence from Britain in 1960. On paper, it was a celebration, a new nation, a new beginning. But beneath the surface, the country was fragile. Nigeria was not one united people. It was a colonial creation. 3 major ethnic groups dominated politics: the Hausa Fulani in the north, the Yoruba in the west, the Igbo in the east. Each region had its own leaders, its own ambitions, its own fears. Tension simmered. Then, in January 1966, everything changed. A group of young military officers staged a coup. The prime minister was killed. Political leaders were assassinated. Most of the coup leaders were Igbo. In the north, suspicion quickly turned into rage. Months later, a counter-coup followed, and then the massacres began. Thousands of Igbo civilians living in northern Nigeria were attacked. Homes were burned. Families were slaughtered. Survivors fled east in terror. Nigeria was no longer stable. It was fractured. On May 30th, 1967, the eastern region made a decision. They declared independence. They called their new nation the Republic of Biafra. For many in the east, it was about survival. For the Nigerian government, it was rebellion. War began on July 6, 1967. At first, Biafran forces advanced quickly. They pushed westward. They captured territory. But Nigeria responded with overwhelming force. More troops, more weapons, more resources. And then came the strategy that would define the war: a blockade. Food supplies were cut off. Medical aid was restricted. Trade routes were sealed. Biafra was isolated. What followed was not just a military conflict, it was starvation. Images began to emerge. Children with swollen stomachs, eyes hollow with hunger, bones visible beneath fragile skin. The world saw the photographs, and for a moment, the world was shocked. It is estimated that over 3 million people died during the war. Many of them were children, not from bullets, but from hunger. But this was not just a Nigerian conflict. It was happening in the middle of the Cold War. Britain supported the Nigerian government. The Soviet Union supplied weapons. France quietly backed Biafra. Global powers chose sides, not because of morality, but because of oil, influence, strategy. Africa had once again become a chessboard, and ordinary people paid the price. By 1969, Biafra was exhausted, starving, outgunned, cut off from the world. Cities fell one by one, and on January 15th, 1970, Biafra surrendered. The Nigerian government declared, "No victor, no vanquished." But history is not erased by slogans. The scars remained, the grief remained, and the silence remained. Today, Nigeria stands as Africa's most populous nation, but the memory of that war still lingers in conversations, in families, in politics, outside Africa. It is rarely discussed, perhaps because it challenges comfortable narratives, perhaps because it forces difficult questions, or perhaps because some tragedies are easier to forget. This was the Nigeria Civil War, one of the deadliest conflicts of the 20th century, and one of the least understood. Africa uncovered the history they never taught you.